Awareness. It is the space between all things. It is the present sense of I that we all feel. It is the slow and steady impulse to become, to align, to organize, to vibrate into life. It is that which moves us, that which dreams us into being, that which has inspired dust out of emptiness and ignited galaxies out of dust. It is the music that makes us, the primordial Om that rumbles deep within our souls, propelling us forwards yet calling us home, into ourselves, into our own awareness. It is our power, and where we focus, it shall flow. But it is a subtle power that takes patience to build, and cannot be bent to the will of one's ego. Around the field of an open heart and a surrendered soul, it readily flows. There is a momentum to the magic of this universe, to this symphony in motion, and you can be an instrument to the divine, to feel that power flow through you and into this world. You can root deep into this moment and reach high into the cosmos to channel this power in full. Surrender yourself and gain the kingdom of God. Become the glowing golden spiral, the tip of the lightning bolt, the flow-like edge of the fractal, penetrating through dimensions. Emptiness folded and tucked into a density of dust, coalescing into vast, rotating giants of gas igniting a flash. Hydrogen gases gather in mass, atoms collapsing into nuclear fusion, fusing fumes into huge helium plumes. Heavier elements emerge, time turns, stars crumble and burst, spilling their seed over spiraling galaxies. A rubble of rock, ice, dust, collected and crushed, bathed in the warmth of solar radiation and beckoned to become by the consciousness that permeates it all. Riding spiral-like into its opposite, along the path of least resistance, magnetism, music, matter, aligning itself to the invisible force that moves it, the boundary of emptiness dissolved, life arising out of barren rock, waking up and smiling back upon the force that created it. We are becoming gods. And I wonder what would happen if we gathered in mass, emanating gratitude for the music that made us. Could we channel that power to save us? Could we use it to change this world? Could we use it to fill our souls with a light and a purpose and invincible love? Could we actually open up through the pain of our past, through the fear of attack, through the feeling of lack, the intensity of disconnect that distances one from the rest? It is our destiny. It is our original state of being, in wonder and awe and love with this Garden of Eden. But the magic of life faded and gave way to an egoic state of being. Separate, the fundamental human sickness, to view and experience the world as outside of ourselves, as a mechanism of disconnected systems, to miss the energy that animates it and dismiss the consciousness that penetrates it all. Only the physical realm is valued and felt, and so the force of life that flows through all things is diminished. The magic of being dwindles, and pleasure is sought in form. We seek to fill ourselves with all that we know, materiality. A world of empty souls begins to devour the physical world. Everyone is taking all that they can take, and no one ever has enough. Because it is a spiritual lack we are trying to fulfill, but the pleasure of being cannot be satisfied by materiality. It cannot be taken, consumed, or attained. It can only be felt by a quiet mind and an open heart. And so the only way out of the state of lack is to turn our attention in, to feel our connection to spirit, to feel the trickle of life that still fills and ignites us, to open to it, to open all within us that is closed and afraid, so that life force can flow through us again, more fully. The more we open, the more we feel it, and that feeling is love, that feeling is joy, that feeling is wonder and awe, flowing into us and filling us up, expanding beyond the sense of self into the space between us through the feelings of judgment and fear projected by egos afraid to be touched and seen in their brokenness, desperate to maintain the perceived safety of distance and disconnect. Consciousness pressing upon their archaic walls, feeling into the root of all fears, the origin of all trauma, to hold it with an open heart, unwavering in love, until all is seen, felt, accepted, and boundaries dissolve into a feeling of one cohesive layer of life, aligned, finally open to the force of life, to the will of God. And in that instant of divine alignment, enlightenment leaps through us like lightning, to move us to its music, to align us to its love, and to press against the dense edge of the next dimension that's yet to be transformed, transcended, and entered. By God, we are the glowing edge of the golden spiral, the phloem of the fractal, the children of the light that leap out delighted as sparks fly when opposites collide. Consciousness spilling into form, form arising inside of consciousness, an infinite expansiveness penetrating endlessly into a limitless energy, heavenly masculine presence attracted to earthly feminine essence, fractaling into each other, and we are the love child of these two fundamental forces uniting, forever in a moment, surrender in an instant, and suddenly all of our problems dissolve as the whole world moves as one to end hunger, pollution, scarcity, war, sickness, symptoms of disconnected souls, forever transformed.
I finally moved out of the tent and into the house, and not a moment too soon, because October was a chilly month. Struggling every night with that contemptuous Chinese trash pail of a stove. Just didn't want to light. We would fight with it for an hour. It would just belch smoke into the tent. Yeah. It was awful.
You would open the tent up to air it out.
We lived in a cloud. It hurt our eyes. It hurt our throats. Had to scrub the chimney out twice a week. Was so happy to fold up the legs and toss it back into the fire of Mount Doom. It was so good to have a heated living space. Oh, it makes a world of difference. I'm way more creative now. But still, almost all of my time is spent working to survive. So, hit that subscribe button. So, click that button. And
this button?
Click that button.
This
and
button?
That button. Hit that button. And once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll be monetized. Hit the button.